No problem. You had it. All right, here we go.
The thing about time travel. I can't believe I made a whole movie with this thing on.
Yeah, does it look cool or doesn't feel cool?
As Marvel fans, we just love seeing the heroes on screen. The Marvel movies are jam-packed with action and jokes, but they are very different behind the scenes due to the studio's controversial decisions. In their quest to become the ultimate superhero brand, the studio has angered actors, directors, and writers, and most of them are perfectly comfortable with calling out the studio for their misdeeds. No matter how much you may love Thor and Hulk's odd couple shenanigans or young Aunt May's funky parenting style, there was someone behind the scenes of these feel-good flicks feeling hurt and slighted by the studio's controversial decisions. In this video, we will talk about 10 behind-the-scenes feuds you had no idea about. But before we get started, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, then what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button and press on the bell icon to receive notifications of our upcoming videos.
Tony Stark. Visionary. Genius. American patriot.
Is it better to be feared or respected? I say, is it too much to ask for both?
So I'm gonna start with the incident in which Terrence Howard blames Robert Downey Jr. for getting fired. Howard maintained that Robert Downey Jr.'s star had become so big that he required a much bigger paycheck that he did during the first film. To combat Tony Stark's growing budget, Howard says Marvel simply replaced him with a cheaper actor, Ocean's Eleven's Don Cheadle. The next incident is when a Thor Ragnarok writer was preemptively left out of the credits. Writer Stephanie Folsom got hopping mad at Marvel before Thor Ragnarok was even finished being written, thanks to her work being entirely overshadowed by a male co-worker. Folsom was outraged that when Marvel debuted both her trailer and poster at the 2017 San Diego Comic-Con, gave solo screenwriting credits to Eric Pearson. The third incident is when Fantastic Four almost made Jessica Alba quit acting entirely. Alba accused Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer director Tim Story of being incredibly shallow and maybe a little sexist during a scene in which she was supposed to become emotional and cry. The another one in which Captain America made Chris Evans to quit acting entirely. For years now, Evans has been telling literally everyone who will listen that he wants to quit Marvel and possibly acting the second his contract is up. Evans has shown much gratitude to Marvel and the role of Captain America, but quite frankly, he is exhausted and even really hates that star-spangled suit. The fifth one is when Sally Field hated playing Aunt May. Field was apparently so upset about being relegated to a supporting role that she found little inspiration to do the character justice. She railed against the film, bluntly comparing the character's writing to 10 pounds of shit in a 7 pounds bag. The fifth tragedy is when Andrew Garfield was replaced because he didn't show up to an event. Sony was angry that Garfield failed to show up at a gala dinner where his third Spider-Man installment was supposed to be announced. Thanks to his no-show, the speech was quickly rewritten and the third film was scrapped. The seventh incident is when Natalie Portman was angry that Patty Jenkins did not direct Thor. Foster actress Natalie Portman was incredibly upset over Marvel's decision to replace Jenkins with Alan Taylor but couldn't get out of her contract. The next one is when Ryan Reynolds fought hard to make Deadpool. Reynolds made it his mission to ensure Deadpool's solo film stayed true to the comics. He lobbied for the movie's R rating. He helped to frame the story and create the personality of his manic Wade Wilson. The ninth one is when Ellen Page accused Brett Ratner of outing her during X-Men Last Stand. At one point during filming X-Men, director Brett Ratner suggested that another woman become intimate with Page to help her realize she is gay. Paige said that she immediately felt ashamed and violated, feelings that she claimed to have carried with her for years after the incident. The last one is when Joss Whedon fought Marvel at every turn. Whedon had wanted more slow-paced, character-driven scenes, but Marvel had quite bluntly refused. The director put up a fight, but Marvel responded by threatening to scrap the scenes most important to him. After months of fighting for his creative vision, Whedon finally decided to throw in the towel on the entire franchise after his second outing. So that's it for now. If you know more incidents that happen behind the scenes, do tell us in the comment section below. And if you like this video, hit the like button and see you all in the next video.